people who do corporate returns, partnerships, that's all they focus on, or they only do a small portion of those types of returns. People who might not do those types of returns and they focus on high income earners, those are the people who not getting selected. And they be bragging that they're not getting selected, but they're only not getting selected because they don't do a good amount of those returns. Or they ain't got selected because they're not doing that many returns. You just want me to be honest with you. The people they go after are people who are doing a certain volume of returns, to be honest with you. Now, when you talk about the outreach of the letters that they send out, it don't matter how many you do. You know, they'll send letters out. You might have 40 clients, but 20 some of those clients got those credits. So they might send you a letter. He might request for you to go to the webinar. The outreach portion of it, it doesn't matter how many returns you do. When it comes to examination, they do kind of go with a certain type of volume most of the time. Unless you just got like 100 clients and all of them is in that pattern trigger category. Erica said, it's the telephone interview less complicated versus them coming out. Erica, I say this and I will scream this from the rooftop. If you get selected for a due diligence examination and you get your 25 names and you get to do your interview over the phone, you need to be praising God. That's the best way to go through an examination. Okay? You just looked out. Correspondent due diligence examination, where you get the list in advance and have to turn in the information, and you do a phone interview, that's the best one. Okay? When they got to come in your office, man, that's a different type of beast. Why? Because they don't give you the names till they get there. So that means you literally got to go through all your files and make sure all your files are up to par. Okay? Meaning, and when I say up to par, because it's rules in due diligence, especially like when you talk about the 8867, that you're supposed to interview your client at the time that they are getting their taxes prepared. That don't mean you can't go back through your files. Okay? You should do your interview and document prior why they getting their taxes done, but that doesn't mean that you don't go back through your files to double check yourself. So when you have to go through an in-person examination, you have to go through all your files, okay? All your files, because you don't know who they're going to select when they get there. Now, you have had some examiners, depends on who you get, they might break the rule and they might send you the list. Every examiner, every agent is different, okay? But the in-person is a mess. And then having them sit in your office for hours, you know, that's so stressful. That's so stressful because they're going to sit there and they're going to be on their little computer and they're just going to be going through your files, and then you got to sit there with them unless you hire representation until they're done. And then they really can't tell you your results, because what a lot of people don't know is usually the agent that's coming out is not the person that's going to make the final decision.